Howdy, everybody. My name is Donna, and this is my channel where we're going to uplift your faith and try to just talk about some everyday things. So just sit back and relax and listen to what I have to say. Okay. Let me get my glasses straight. They're always crooked. Okay. Well, anyways, today I went to Hazard. Oh man, and see, I'm a person that has problems with anxiety, very bad anxiety. So much I'm on medication. Well, get this, I go to Hazard and because it's Mother's Day and I wanted to have some good Long John's fish. Haven't had it in a while. So we went to Long John's and I couldn't exactly remember which way to go, so kind of took the wrong exit, and so I had to turn around and come back, and finally I got myself straightened out, and then after that we got to Long John's. Well, I had to go through construction, which is really a bummer, and that got my anxiety up. Even getting sidetracked got my anxiety up big time. So I finally last got back on track, and we were sitting in Long John's in Hazard, and it's like overlooking a mountain there. Well, it ain't a mountain, it's like a hillside. And there was no like bumper things where we was parked. And oh man, my anxiety was very bad. And I just can't stand hills of any nature. I mean, whether I'm driving on it or sitting facing like a downward spiral hill. That really terrifies me. So I mean, and we've got a lightweight car, so anytime you move, you the car moves forward. Anytime you move forward and backward, and oh man, it just really creeped me out big time. But I made it. I started breathing and doing what I needed to do, and that's all I could do, just sit and pray. And I pray before I get on the road when I drive, when I'm going long trips, and just pray. I enjoyed the day, even though I had anxiety. And I'm still suffering for a little bit of anxiety right now. It takes a while for me to calm down. But I'm trying to do it. I'm trying to overcome this anxiety because you are not born with this much anxiety. And that's what I'm trying to do. Trying to do my breathing techniques. I've learned a lot of techniques in therapy, and I do my breathing techniques. I try to think logically, like self-positive talk, they say. That's what you're supposed to do. And I face my fears. And I keep saying, it's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. The wind was blowing. Even the wind was rocking my vehicle as it was sitting parked, waiting on getting served at Long John's. I mean, the wind was really bad today. And on down the road, it's like batting my car left and right like a mouse, like a cat with a mouse. It was that bad. But, I made it home. And I'm sitting in my room. I can see my bird feeder, and the little birds coming to eat their food. And I'm trying to have a good Mother's Day and try to wind down from my anxiety. And sometimes I have to take medication for it. And I'm supposed to be taking medication every day, but I'm trying to wean myself off of it. Because it ain't, to me, you shouldn't take it unless you need it, really, really need it, And I want to ask my therapist again when I go back, see if I can't learn some more techniques so I can, how to eradicate this anxiety so I won't be a prisoner to it anymore. That's what I want to do. I want to not be a prisoner to anxiety anymore. And that's where, my faith comes in. And, and it doesn't hurt to go to a therapist. It doesn't hurt to take medication if you need it. But, I want to overcome this. I don't want to be entrapped in this, I guess you could say. I want freedom. I want my life back. Because anxiety it's crippling. If you don't know what it's like, anxiety is very crippling. And some people, it's really devastating, the anxiety that you have. And sometimes the anxiety that I get, it makes you want to just just go in a corner somewhere and just put covers over your head and not even move. But sometimes that's how crippling it can be at times. And some people make fun of you when they talk about anxiety because they don't understand it or they have a wrong view about it. But anxiety is real and it can happen to anybody. You're not born with it. It can happen like from a trauma that you received. I mean, it could happen, from anywhere, you know. But my anxiety, I can remember my first time of having anxiety was when I got in that terrible car accident when I was a little girl. And I'll talk about that a little bit more on the channel when I get to showing some pictures and stuff on it. But uh, that was a very terrible accident, and I almost died. And I lost my ability to move and to walk. And that's one of the miracles that God did for me. I was able to walk again. But that left me with such devastating PTSD. That's what they call it, post-traumatic stress disorder. And I can remember as a little girl when it was all done and over with, and I was in a truck with my dad and with my mama and papa. Um, every time I'd go in a curve, I would say, "Please don't let us wreck. Please don't let us wreck." As a little girl, I can remember that, and it's horrible. You don't realize what trauma can do to a child, or even trauma as an adult. So, I mean, I've been wrestling with this for years and years, and finally, it's just something I've had to get medication for. But I want everybody to know that's on medicine or does have anxiety that, there is help and there's hope. Keep fighting, keep trying to overcome. Talk to somebody, get medication, take your medicine, do what you need to do to beat this disorder. Because you weren't born with it, and I think that there's an answer out there somewhere that can help us all get off anxiety if we have anxiety. We just got to learn to refocus our minds and change our mindset and have a little faith in ourselves and in God because He's our helper. So until next time, face your fears, do your challenges, and take care of yourself because God loves you, and I do too. Until next time, bye bye.